This Castelli Alpha RoS winter jacket, is it worth its divorce-inducing price? Let's go find out. Welcome back to the channel. I'm John, the Ribble Valley Cyclist. In today's video, I want to talk to you about this, the all-new Castelli Alpha RoS 2. Castelli's premium winter cycling jacket. Now, anyone that's watched my videos about winter kit in the past knows I don't do indoor training and I cycle right through the winter months. And not only do I cycle in places like the Ribble Valley, obviously, but I also cycle in places like that. That is the Yorkshire Dales. And that is the Lake District. Now, places like that can get seriously unpleasant in deep winter. Minus whatever, it gets really, really cold. Now, to be able to ride in places like that, you need some pretty good kit. So, just over 4 years ago, I actually bought the Castelli Alpha RoS 1, Castelli's old premium winter cycling jacket. So in this video, not only am I going to tell you all about this jacket, when to wear it, when not to wear it, what does it fit like, what technology have they used, and I'll go out for a spin, give it a try, do a conclusion at the end. But not only am I going to do all of that, but what I'm also going to do is I'm going to compare it to the old one. Because the old one, Castelli learnt some fundamental things when they made the old one. They got a lot of feedback and they learnt a lot of stuff. And they've implemented those changes into the new one. So not only, as I say, am I going to tell you all about the new one, but I'm also going to compare the old one and the new one so you can see the fundamental differences and the improvements that they've made. And some areas where I think they've not got it as good. Right, so that's the jacket out of the bag, and let's take a closer look at some of the features and benefits of this jacket. I'm not going to go into everything because we'll be here all day. I'm just going to cover off the key points that you need to know about this jacket. So the first thing we're going to look at is the material, the fabric that this jacket is made from. Now, although Castelli makes this jacket, they don't make the fabric that it's made out of. This fabric is made by GORE, as in the people that make all the cycling gear and the GORE Shake Dry. So this fabric is made by GORE, okay, and this particular fabric, this is one of their newer ones, and they call this Infinium. Yeah, like dodgy sounding name, isn't it? It sounds like some kind of dodgy shampoo, doesn't it? But anyway, that's what it's called. So what is Infinium? So Infinium is actually 3 layers of fabric sandwiched together. So what you've got, let's go from the bottom up. So the bottom, the bit that touches your skin or touches your base layer, that's basically a standard fabric layer. Yes, I'm sure it's something very, very fancy, but compared to the rest of it, it's a standard fabric layer. And then you've got the middle layer. Now, the middle layer is the Infinium layer. And what that's doing, that's keeping all the warmth in, stopping that warm air getting out. And what it's also doing is stopping the wind getting in. So that's your barrier for your heat, stopping hot air getting out and stopping wind getting in. That's that middle layer, which is Infinium. Then you've got the outer layer, and the outer layer is a fabric that's been impregnated with, no sniggering at the back, with a durable water repellent. Okay, which is a DWR, they call it. So a durable water repellent, what is that in English? So yes, it repels water to a certain degree. As I was saying earlier, it's not 100% waterproof. It's a showerproof membrane that's impregnated into this material. And what it means by durable is it doesn't wear when the jacket does this rubbing, and also it doesn't get affected by when you launder the jacket, when you wash the jacket, it doesn't affect it in that way. Okay, there is a way. Some of you may say, yeah, but I've got this and it doesn't work as well as it used to. There's a way of reviving that, and I will put a link in the description below as to how you do that. Okay, so that is the first thing. Now, what I want to show you here, if you look on this jacket, as you can see, what I'm going to do also, where I'm doing a bit of close-up stuff, I'll break out to a close-up film. So if you look at this one, it's got on the sleeve Infinium, okay? But if you compare that to the old jacket, this is the Mark 1, this is Windstopper. Now, when I feel the two pieces of material, they feel like the same thing to me. I'm sure there is some fantastic thing going on that I'm not aware of, but they feel in their thickness and then they feel very, very similar, right? So while I'm up, I'll show you the next thing. So what you've got here is a barrier for the zip that runs the full length of the body of the jacket. Once again, I'll do a close-up of this, but there is that. Now, if you compare that to the old jacket, for some reason, they only did half the jacket. I've absolutely no idea why, but there you go. So there is that. Now, if we bring the zip down, so the zip on this jacket is one of those super heavy duty YKK zips. And on the old one, it was exactly the same. And by unzipping this, we then reveal what's quite smart about this jacket. So zip that down, all the way down, and peel it back. And what this exposes is the trick of this jacket. So what you've actually got inside is you've then got another layer inside. And this you can zip up and down or put to one side, and this allows you to regulate your body temperature in the jacket. So you can, for example, just flick it back and put it out the way, and you can wear the jacket like that. Or you might want to wear, if you're starting to warm up, you can zip it halfway down. You know, you get the idea. Now, in this newer version, in the Mark II, they've put the high quality YKK zip in the Mark II. In the Mark I, it used a cheap zip, and I actually found quite a few times this zip failed, didn't quite get it, and it went up the other way, and then you're fighting with it. You can just imagine it, can't you? So that is the inner layer that allows you to regulate your body temperature. Now, what they've also done, let's just bring this back in. What they've also done is they've changed the sleeve slightly. So what you've got on this one, you've got this system where you've got this thin stretchy material, and the idea is here that you put the jacket on, you put your glove on, and that goes inside your glove, and then you peel that back over your glove. Once again, I'll do a close-up of that. If you look at the older version, it's just a standard sleeve. Like the old version, you've got the sticky to stop the jacket sliding up, moving around. This is an interesting one. So what you've got here, this is what I call your mobile pocket. It's big enough for a phone. And on this jacket, once again, I'll do a close-up, but on this jacket, it's on the side. And it uses a fine zip with like a rubber seal that runs over it. And they've put that on the side. It's a fragile zip. My advice to you is be very careful when using that, because here's the old one, and as you can see, this zip has failed. And the reason it's failed is, first of all, it's a very fragile zip. And second of all, it's in an awkward place, it's here. So although it's in a great place to have stuff, it's in an awkward place to open and close the zip, which has resulted in you're pulling it at a funny angle, and I've probably damaged the zip myself trying to undo it while I'm on the bike. And what they've done here is they've put it here, down the side here. So it does beg the question whether you're actually going to end up having even more of a problem with this zip, because they've put it in even more of an awkward place. But there you go. Right, so let's flip the jacket over and have a look at the back. Now, what's interesting with this, and I've always been surprised they've never done it, you look with some of the older gabbers and stuff like that, it was longer on the bum where it covered over to stop the water splashing up. This table needs a clean. 3 pockets on the back, and they're laser cut drain holes. So in the event of it being so bad that the water's coming off your back wheel and it's going into your pockets, it should run out. And you've got, on the back here also, you've got air holes here that allow the air to escape, to let the jacket breathe a bit, and this really does work very, very well indeed. So I think that covers everything on the jacket, and the best thing for us to now do is pop it on and go for a ride and see how it feels. So I've been on the bike about half an hour. It's the first week in November. It's a nice crisp morning. It's probably about 5 degrees. How's the jacket doing? The jacket's doing really well. To be honest, this jacket's designed to take on temperatures a lot worse than this. So if I'm honest, I'm a little bit too warm. Starting to peel off layers, trying to cool myself down a bit. So as far as temperature is concerned, yeah, the jacket's doing a fantastic job. Right, let's crack on. Maybe we can try and find out why I left my glasses on the desk at home and why I've got eyeballs full of flies. Like, comment, subscribe. So as you can see, the weather's improved a little bit. So what I've done is I've opened the jacket up and got that inner core and zipped it off to one side. So the jacket allows me to move that out of the way and regulate my body temperature. So, as exactly as the jacket's name suggests, rain or shine, I can wear it in either and regulate my temperature. So as I say, now that it's warmed up a bit, the jacket's still comfortable. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. Back from the bike ride, nice warm cup of coffee. So what can we take from that? Well, the first thing I can take, don't forget your glasses. Why there's still flies out this time of year. But anyway, so yeah, what can we take from that ride about this jacket? So, being the forgetful person I am, I've got the laptop out, made a few notes because I know what will happen. I'll start dribbling away and I'll forget half the things I wanted to tell you. So, first of all, in my list, it feels a bit bigger than the old one. It doesn't feel like a whole size bigger, but it just feels a little bit bigger. I'd have probably still bought this size, but yeah, I'm just saying, if that makes a difference to you, it feels a little bit bigger. And I think the other thing I need to do as well is, I know I've said this earlier, but I'm going to say it again because it's an expensive jacket and people, you know, might say, oh, reassuringly expensive and think it does all things for all men. It's not a waterproof jacket. I think it's really important that people understand that. It's a water resistant jacket, and the primary job for this jacket is that it keeps you warm. So I just wanted to reiterate that point. And right, so what do I think is really good about this jacket? One of the things that I didn't spot before I rode, and now I've ridden with this jacket, I felt the difference, is the inner lining in this one is actually a lot thicker. I didn't realise how much, I knew it was thicker, but I didn't realise how much thicker it was and how much warmer it would be. So this jacket is even warmer than the previous one. And the other thing I really like about this version of the jacket is what they've done with the sleeves. I love this idea where you've got this little inner bit of the sleeve where you put the jacket on and then you put your glove over that and then you roll that over your glove. And what happens is when the rain wicks down the jacket, instead of it wicking straight down the arm and filling up your gloves, it goes over the top of your gloves. So I think that's a really, really good idea. The only real negative I can find about this jacket is this pocket. Now, this pocket, I just cannot see it lasting. From my experience, and I've seen a lot of people with these, and they've had a problem with this pocket on the old one because it was so awkward to open. Well, the zipper they've used is exactly the same zipper as the old one, but they've put it in an even more awkward position. So I can see that the same thing's going to happen with this one, if not before. I'm going to try and go a bit easier with it because I'm aware of what happened with the last one. But I don't hold out that zip holding out. So I think it's going to go on me. So that is my only real negative on it. Now, if you've got any questions about this jacket or you've got any experiences, stick them in the comments below and I'll come back to you on it. Now, if you like content like this, hit the subscribe button. I've got a video, as I was saying when I was out on the bike, I've got a video coming out where I'm going to do my top 10 bits of winter kit. You might be surprised what's in that list because some of the bits of the winter kit, they're not cycling kit. So you might be interested to see what's in that. And if you found this useful, do me a huge favour and hit that like button because it makes a massive difference. Now, if you're shopping around for winter kit at the moment, you should click this video up here. This video is the Gore Shake Dry. I've recently reviewed that. That is well worth a watch. And if you want to see the video on my best bit of winter cycling kit, check that video up there. Well worth a watch. Thanks for watching.